Well, Man United nil, Bournemouth 3. Second season running. And we have lost at Old Trafford to Bournemouth 3-0 again. At what point do we say it's not the manager, it's the players? Because let's get one thing clear. Amorim did not get outclassed by Raul today. Everything is on the players. All the players let us down, except, in my opinion, there was only one player, and it's not much to talk about, but Kobe Mino. He actually played decent today. He was trying to dribble the ball out. He was getting the ball into the final phase, but obviously, final phase, we always struggle, we know that. So, apart from Kobe Mino, there was not one player who showed up. Whether that's Ahmad, whether that's Mazraoui, Zirkzee, Maguire. Malacia deserved to get subbed off at halftime because that was very weak. If anything, we have to say that was very weak. Why? Because when we got the ball, we need to progress it. But he was a second to everything. Again, fitness is a big issue. Now, fitness is the big issue. So, you know what? We'll give a pass for Malacia. But two players are left. Number one is Onana. I have not been saying much about his shot-stopping ability because, you know what? To me, right, personally, I don't think shot-stopping is as big of an argument. How people say, oh, goalkeeping is all about shot-stopping. Yeah, it used to be, but not anymore. Now it's a hybrid. It's a mix of shot-stopping and also playing out from the back. So if you can give me one of these two in star qualities, I might give you a bly on the other one. But the problem comes when you can't do either one. I don't mind the goals you're conceding. You know, it's horrible, but with Onana, what did we bring him in for? When he was a back four, we wanted him to play as a third centre-back. We brought him in. Now that he is actually playing in a ball-playing system, he's still not doing anything. How often do you see him holding up play, waiting for everybody to get into position? Now we've already lost a chance to counteract the other team. And then he passes it to Martinez. Then he passes it to Mazraoui. And then he'll get the ball back. And then what does he do next, guys? Number A, does he look for another pass to the right back or the left back? Option B, does he launch the ball to the wingers knowing that none of them are going to get it down and knowing that this is going to turn over possession? What do you think, guys? A or B? That is exactly why Onana is on his last life. This is pretty much it for Onana because he cannot play out from the back and he cannot short stop. Now he has to show me what is his strength. Why is he in this team? Why not, as bad as Bayindir was, why not him instead of you? Because at the moment, both of you are equally as bad. So, and number two, guys, Bruno Fernandes. Let's start all the way back in 2020. This guy comes from Sporting Lisbon and he is meant to be this creative midfielder who will change our life, who will be a future United legend, you know, following in the ranks of Cristiano Ronaldo, Nani. Now he has 6 decent months. He gets goals through penalties mostly. He gets assists, which are mostly ping balls. And somehow he makes it into the team. And to be fair, he did play well for at least 1 year. What happens after the 1 year rolls by? Then he realizes, without me, the team is struggling. So now I have power. Now I can do what I want. And this is when Bruno became Bruno Fernandes. The Bruno Fernandes that we see today. Now he took over a different role. Now he said, I don't care about the rest of the team. I only care about me. So I want stats. Because if I don't get stats, everybody will find out I'm a trash footballer. So what I have to do is somehow get the ball, and when I get the ball, launch it without looking at it. Now, fast forward to 2024. It's already been a liability for us because if it was somebody else in his place, if it was an Odegaard or if it was a Musiala or an Olmo, we would at least see a bit more control of the ball and we would see way more goals. Because people think this pinging of the ball, which gets the ball directly to the striker or to the winger, gets us more goals. No, guys, building up with intricate passes gets us there faster. 2024 rolls by, Fernandes somehow gets worse. At least before this, we knew what Bruno was trying to do. He was trying to cross the ball, but we knew where it was heading. It would either not beat the first man when it comes to set pieces, but when it comes to in-game balls, he was usually pretty okay with it. We knew where the ball was headed whenever he launched the ball. I'm involved in 52% of all the goals this team scores. So now I can do exactly what I want. Even though the manager, my new manager, Ruben Amorim, has told me, do not ping the ball when not necessary. But now, guys, today, 3 times he took the ball and he pinged it without even looking at where the ball was headed. Do you know what's the first rule? If any of you have played football here before, what is one of the first things that your manager or your coach tells you when you are like around 11 or 12? Stop looking at the ball when you dribble, look up. Try to look for your man. That is when you actually master crossing and dribbling, anything to do with controlling the ball. This genius here takes the ball and he's looking straight or he's looking right down and he's crossing. Where is my guy looking? So let's say you're looking right here. Now, I know that my man is here. What am I really looking at? Am I looking at the guy? Do I know first of all, do I know who the guy is waiting there? Second of all, do I know exactly where to ping the ball? No. All he is doing is he's pinging a ball into an area, hoping that somebody would be there. But guess what? This is not Man City. This is not Arsenal. This is not Liverpool. We do not have attackers who know the game. And even if it was attackers who knew the game, you can't drop it into spaces where you expect the players to almost fly. As much as Højlund was bad today, he got some balls after he came on where it made no sense, like as if he was supposed to fly over to where Bruno was. And he was getting so pissed as well. Bruno was getting pissed for no reason at Zirkzee, at Ahmad, at Højlund, as if his balls were perfect and it was into the area and it was just them missing it completely. And this guy has cost us the game many times. I heard people say Bruno had a good game against Spurs. No, he didn't. I heard people say he had a good game against Man City. No, he didn't. Just because he scored a penalty does not mean that the chances he missed are forgiven. Today, how many chances did he miss, guys? Somebody do the math. Comment down below. How many chances did Bruno miss today? This is the player we're getting, guys. And this is the player some of you back. I will never understand it, but apparently some of you guys like this scattergun approach. I will never understand why. But feel free to tell me in my comments. Till we drop Bruno, till we drop Lisandro Martinez, till we drop Dalot, nothing is changing. Like I said before, guys, I don't blame Amorim one bit. Why? Because all the stats tell you that we are apparently dominating. Well, we knew from today's game at least, there's nothing close to a domination here. But if the stats tell you that there was a domination, that means that's all because of Amorim. How did we again, we conceded 3 goals, we scored none, but our XG was higher than theirs. Just tells you how bad our finishers, our attackers, even our midfielders to an extent are. The fact that we're still creating chances and we're not finishing them off. That is not an Amorim, guys. That's all on the players. How bad these players are, guys. I'm telling you, in all my years of watching the Premier League, this is 10 years of watching the Premier League. If I was to take all the top 15 teams that finished in each of these years, this is actually, factually the worst squad I've ever seen. That's very bad. That's so painful to say, but this is one of the worst squads I've seen. And we still have. So think about it, guys. We actually have 3 or 4 world-class potential players and we're still struggling this bad. So imagine how bad people who are dragging us back are. People like Rashford, people like Garnacho, people like Højlund, Bruno Fernandes, Dalot, Martinez. You can pretty much say Onana as well. Think about how bad these players are to make these world-class players play almost trash. Because we know some of them are world-class, but they're being dragged down. What point do we just say, you know what, write the season off? Let's be honest, guys. Europa League is impossible. If we play like this, which I know we won't play like this all the time, but it's not looking good. We will not be consistent enough to beat all the good teams in the Europa League. We might beat one. We might beat a Sociedad or a Frankfurt in a one-off game or even over 2 legs in one tie. But what if we get another good team in the next tie? What if we get another good team in the semi-final, then in the final? Then what? That's where I don't think we're going to win the Europa League. So we can forget about Europa League. We lost anyway to Tottenham, which probably is a good thing. We can get some training sessions in and all that. Now, FA Cup, Arsenal. Arsenal is not a good team, but they don't make silly errors like us. And that is the simple reason they're going to beat us in the FA Cup as well. So, out of the FA Cup, Okay. Out of the Carabao Cup. Okay. Out of the Europa League very soon. So, and in the league, we will be somewhere around here. I don't see us improving a lot. Why? Because who are we buying in January, guys? We can buy a CDM. It's fine. We can buy a left wing back. Okay. But what are we going to do with Hoyland, Ahmad, Zirkzee, Garnacho, Rashford, and whoever else? Anthony, if you want to mention him, Mason Mount. Are all these players going to get you the goals that you need, the assists that you need? No, they're not. And are we replacing any of them? Not at least until the summer. Bournemouth, to be fair, we have to give them credit as well. They played well and they deserve the win. This is what we will get to though, guys. If there's any positive that we can take from this game, it is we saw Bournemouth play exactly how we will be performing very soon. But guess what? With higher quality of players. So we will be, if Bournemouth is already fifth, we will be second or even first. We never know by next season or the season after that. It's not that far away, guys. As bad as we performed, we are not that far away. We just need to change these players because I believe in Amorim. 100% believe in him. He knows what he's doing. And we saw it even in our losses. We know what he's trying to do. The only reason it's not working is because of the quality of players. We change the quality of players, we're going to see the performances. If you thought Bournemouth played well, wait till we play. So anyway, that's a positive note to leave it on. Anyway, we lost. United 0, Bournemouth 3. On to Wolves on Boxing Day. So if you guys can enjoy it, then Merry Christmas, guys, and see you all in the next one.